I swear, after Harambe died, this timeline just absolutely went to shit. Because Twitch has a new meta, again, and Aspirin, I don't know how the fuck to pronounce your studio's name, is in hot water because they may have stole a portion of their game's code from a mod developer. Welcome to the Monday episode of The Blip. Well, here we are again, once again, with Twitch. Now, a long time ago, in 2010, so not that long ago at all, there were two types of sites, right? If you were someone who lacked skill, but you were gorgeous and you wanted to make some money, you had campsites. You'd go to a campsite like Camp Soda or any of the other fucking ones, and you would use your features and your body and sell it for coins and tokens and a bunch of other shit on that site. Then Twitch came along. And at first, Twitch was basically following its premise. It was a site for individuals who could show up and they would just game. You would, put on a stream and your stream would be just for your friends, and maybe some strangers would pop in to say hello and see exactly what the fuck was going on. And Twitch followed that thorough line for a while, where it was essentially just for gaming. But eventually, grifters started to realize that there's a wee bit of money that we can make from these gaming bears. And you had the rise of essentially e-girls, that they really weren't gamers, but there was money to be made by pretending to be a gamer. So they came over to the site, and back then it was the Wild West. It was like 90% their face and their tits, and then like 10% of gaming that was essentially going on in general. And they ran rampant. They had thousands upon hundreds of thousands of subscribers that they would get literally within a week, because when Twitch goes to preview your channel, it's showing a still of probably what happened in like the last 3 to 5 minutes. And it really doesn't take a lot for horny 16-year-old to horny early college students to see titties, click on titties, and then follow and subscribe to essentially that channel. Now, over the years, Twitch has attempted to implement rules and regulations in an attempt to rein these individuals back and bring them back in, and muzzle them and keep them down. But every once in a while, Twitch will, adjust the terms of service just a tad, just a wee bit, turn the screw a little bit to the right, and it would create a opening, a space, a chink in the armor for them to be able to dive through and be able to do wild shit like hot tub streams or bikini streams or some type of wild shit that's gonna get them like quick famous but not good famous, if you know what I mean. Recently, Twitch has been cracking down on a lot of that shit. The hot tub streams have become a whole lot less. A lot of people are being pushed more into the live talk category than they're being pushed into the actual game category. Most of the game categories are now dominated by people who actually play the game, and they are being promoted a lot more than the variety streaming women that are just like, hey, look at me. I'm on screen. I'm gorgeous. Send me tokens. But here we are again. And it's honestly hilarious that Morgpie is once again the perpetrator of this new meta. Because the new meta is an ash stream. And what I mean by an ash stream is exactly what it sounds like. Where essentially she's wearing like these green I fucking forgot what the name of it, green screen shaded pants. And using those green screen shaded pans, she sets a camera up directly behind her, and she broadcasts whatever game it is that she's playing onto her ass, cheeks and all. You can see the curvature of the earth back there. I'm not gonna lie. This is ingenious. Like, there's a part of me that's like, really? But then at the exact same time, there's a part of me that's like, you smart. Because to be fair, to be honest, she's wearing clothes. She's probably wearing a lot more clothes than she typically wears when she does like a hot tub stream. But she is fully clothed. The issue is Twitch going to do something about it? Because More Pie is the type of person that she essentially sets the trend. She is usually the person that either adopts something super early, or she's big enough to adopt something from a smaller streamer and then push it out into the mainstream audience, and everybody starts doing it, and then Twitch reacts, usually by either banning her or changing the terms of service again to make sure this never happens again. Here's the thing. Twitch can't fix it. I know there are a lot of people out there that are like, you should just make it about the video games. Twitch is a business, and they make a lot of money. A lot of cheddar cheese, a lot of scratch from these women. You go on their Let's Talk, and there are hundreds of these women, and it's funny because to me, in my mind, the way in which my mind breaks down, which might be a little bit fucked up, is that the women that do this on Twitch are the women that they don't want to take the extra step to just go and be on Cam Soda. So this is basically that safe middle ground where it's like, hey, I can make money by showing my body without actually showing my body, and then having people donate a bunch of money to me. It's not going to go anywhere. It's always going to be here. There's always going to be some type of change, some type of trend, some type of way to tiptoe around the fucking system so that you can show off your body and get donations from guys. Like, you look at her setup and it's like, if you gift me so and so $5, I'll do 10 fucking jumping jacks. That's 10 jumping jacks on a green screen where the green screen is your ass and it's bouncing up and fucking down while you're playing a fucking game. Trust me when I say this. There are guys that are just going to log in, see that, donate the $5 to make it happen, and leave. Here's the problem. If you have 100,000 people that pass through your stream on a daily basis, and only like 5% of those people donate $5, that's still a lot of fucking money. That's still a lot of fucking money. So it's not going to go anywhere. And from what we've seen recently in regards to Twitch wastes money out of the ass to essentially keep these fucking servers running. So these type of streamers, these type of women, they're always going to be around. I think that we've reached a really nice gaming balance with Twitch, because there was one point in time where they were rampant across the entire site. And I'm talking rampant enough that they were actually bogging down and keeping down a lot of really decent content creators, both on men and women side of the fence. But over the years, you've seen them plummet and drop and get banned and disappear. There's a bunch of them that used to do this exact same thing, then they bit the bullet and they just went full OnlyFans, full Cam Soda, full so-and-so. And a lot of the times with a lot of these women, they do actually have an OnlyFans. So this is basically just like a preview or a trailer for the content that you want, where it's like you show up, you might not throw the $5, but then you'll probably go subscribe to our fucking OnlyFans for 20. It's not going to go anywhere. They're always going to be there. There are always going to be people inside of the space trying to take advantage of both younger audiences and lonely men. Hell, even lonely women. So complaining about it, yeah, we can do that. Having the rules change to make sure that we get this type of shit like away from the front page, yeah, that'll also be fucking nice. But these women are undefeatable. No matter how hard you try, they're like a rad roach from Fallout. No matter how many nukes you drop, that rad roach ain't going nowhere. In other news, there's some theft. There's a little bit of theft that may or may not have occurred. So if you have been keeping up with the channel, I released a video a few days ago about the new Star Wars game. which was the Star Wars collection. Let me see if I can go ahead and pull that up. Where exactly is that? That is like over here somewhere. Damn, did I uninstall it already? Jesus, didn't last a weekend, huh? Right, the Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection. Now, there's a fantastic video of somebody who actually did comparisons between the game that we've essentially gotten and the original games that aren't the updated HD graphics. And it's like the game went from 7 GB to like 57 GB, and people are trying to figure out what exactly did you add, because it really doesn't seem as though you did anything then, change or update a couple of the skyboxes. The person who did the video also pointed out the fact that it's not even really up-resed. What they basically did is take the PC version, which had a higher fidelity, and then also used better skyboxes and used that as their base for the game without really changing a lot. However, the plot seems to have thickened, because Aspergus, a modder who used to mod both Battlefront 1 and Battlefront 2 back in the day, came out with a complaint that it would seem as though the Classic Collection used their mod despite the fact that they said that they wouldn't. Seriously, Aspyr Media, I'm beginning to feel insulted. Nintendo Switch launched with just straight up all my hero stuff from my mod. Same glitches and bugs. We've data mined it in this exact same files, just using the proper lightsaber attacks, animations, and then he has a video of it. Look how it looks before the patch. Then he says, to back up this claim, here's a screenshot of that bubble effect taken in 2020. It is hard to make out in the video since it's in motion, but trust that that is the same. In regards to that, he's talking about the fact that he took the mod and he brought in, I believe, 2 new characters or reskinning characters. In 2021, modder I Am a Shaman brought the DLC to PC, reskinning 2 existing characters to look like Kit, Fisto, and Asajj Ventress. The 2 characters that he basically reskinned were Kia Mundi for Kit Fisto and Ayla Secura for Asajj Ventress. In the mod, Asajj Ventress does not hold her unique lightsabers because, of course, she's a reskin of Ayla Secura, and I think Ayla Secura has like a unique way in which she holds her lightsabers. But instead was 2 separate lightsabers, 1 in each hand, like Ayla does in the original game. Similarly, Kit fights like Mundi because it's just essentially skin. At the time, developer Aspyr insisted the release of Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection does not include any coder content that is taken from uncredited sources. Telling IGN and we mistakenly included content that is not in the product after capturing placeholder footage for the trailer last year. No. That is bullshit. It would seem that you went out and you basically looked for any and all type of mods that probably enhance the game in some way, shape, or form. Because what it's looking like, at least from me on the outside looking in, it seems as though you took the base game, just copied it, added a bunch of like redundant files and mods to like boost it up to a higher size. Didn't really work on the servers, didn't work on the hit detection, didn't work on anything in general. Slap that bitch together with duct tape and just put it out there. Hot on the heels of Star Wars Battlefront Classic, modders including I Am Shaman set out to fix the game. Aspyr has issued a statement addressing the botched launch, saying that it had experienced critical errors. Yeah, sure. With its network infrastructure, this resulted in incredibly high ping, matching errors, crashes, servers not appearing in the browser, blah, 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 blah. I already complained about this shit before. Video game companies are always going to do this. They are always going to steal work from mod authors because they feel as though that work belongs to them, because the mod authors are basically manipulating and creating files inside the game without acknowledging the fact that mod authors have to sit down and put a shit ton of time into developing these mods, learning how to code and change things inside of the engine that you essentially fucking created. For anybody who's ever created mods for Dragon Age Inquisition, I fucking bow to you, because I know that was a absolute fucking nightmare with the fact that it wasn't like open source, so you had to like create a engine that allowed you to change files inside the game that also didn't mess up like the DRM shit that EA had put in the game as well. Like I remember somebody explaining to me a long time ago about how much of a fucking annoying pain in the ass making mods for Dragon Inquisition is. And for people that sit down and dedicate themselves to making that shit, it absolutely sucks watching these companies take your shit, put it in a game, and then not even have that game or that adaptation be good, but have it be just an absolute fucking blatant piece of shit cash grab. Is there anything that he can do? Not really. Like I said, he's basically creating and using tools from an engine or a game made by a major studio to add things that he thinks should have been in there. So he can't be like, you stole my content, I'm going to sue you. It absolutely sucks. It sucks having to sit back and watch people do that shit. Bigger corporations do it as well, where sometimes they'll steal art assets from artists and then just slap them in a book somewhere or use them in a trailer or throw them. This was from Star Wars Rise of Skywalker, where during that final battle scene where all of those ships drop out of warp to fight the First Order's ships or the Final Order ships, a whole bunch of those ships are stolen art assets from artists throughout the Star Wars community that created like their own custom ships. And it was like a major complaint with people pointing out, like, hey, I made that. Hey, that's my ship. Hey, that's my thing. But that there's nothing you can do. Like, yes, you created something, but you created something in the Star Wars universe. And the people who own the Star Wars universe aren't going to give a shit about that. All you can do is bring attention to this and then have the backlash be big enough that they either remove it from the game because it's not really worth it, or they issue an apology and then give you credit inside the game itself so you can use that and take it somewhere else as like a fucking resume. I'll be interested to see exactly where this goes. There's been a ton of refunds for this game already, with a lot of people deciding to just go back to playing the original games for PC and then just not fucking with the updated classic collection in any way, shape, or form. I think that is the correct route to take, but we'll see where things go from here going forward. Welcome to the end of the video. This, of course, was another episode of The Blip. This was the Monday show. If you enjoyed the Monday show, please leave me a like and comment down below, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.